Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Under fire. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tulane.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Back to pass, it's Kim. Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Holds and fires complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Gives it on the outside. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes a connection. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Fine play action. Makes the catch, it's Ruiz. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. He got it. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. We'll see what they can do on this drive. drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working that left side. There he goes. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They'll go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside give. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you want them to be. You want them to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football. And, Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger. And they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, giving a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Let's it fly. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. And up from the shotgun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Kim. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It's a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on their scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball to score.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds his tight end, and he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Dropping back, it's Kim. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it for a big play. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times, as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. After run, now throw. Got his man on the right. Ducks made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. They're working that left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Running to the left. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed him.
Yeah, he barely got them out. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And how about these defensive ends nowadays? No matter what scheme they're in, they're so strong, but so quick, so they can beat you with speed, or they can go through you. Either way, it's a tough spot for that offensive tackle to be in. And you saw that right defensive end come off the end and make the sack.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
This will likely be the last play of the half. To the air, it's Kim. He's got his man, makes the grab. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll do it really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
From the gun, the ground game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Tulane right back to the line. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense is really good.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Power football with the run. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive reads.
Got it behind the line. It's Bishop. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Makes the catch. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Going to swing it on second down. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Shotgun snap on third down. He got it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has...
Touchdown, Green Wave! They take the lead with the 6. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. NC State was far from the friendly confines of Carter Finley Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Heat gets there.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
The Ducks line up to punt it away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. To the air, it's Kim. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
And that's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the fourth quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down 2 possessions. You're not going to get many more, so they got to be smart with the football while still being aggressive.
Snagged out of the air. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires left. And it's caught. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He'll try to take it back. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tulane. And they turn it into a defensive score. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Lining up to add another. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his spot. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Leaves him with the back. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would love to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Kim. That's caught. It's Ruiz. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is...
To the right. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Gets the back moving. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passing.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, and they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Oh, they're after him. On target over the middle. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. And as he throws, got his man downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave! Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking downfield, it's Kim. Time to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Gets it out fast. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get
Turning it on! And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Makes the grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Green Wave! And the stomping has commenced. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Wants to throw. It's Kim. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the board and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
He wants a big play here late. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty